Okay, hi everybody. I just wanted to make a quick video of my life after Watchtower. Post Watchtower. Is there life after Watchtower? Yes. So the big question would be, how would I describe my life after Watchtower? Well, very simply put, a lot happier. It's coming up 3 years since I left in December 2018 that I disassociated myself. And if I could give one message to any PMOs or JWs who are still feel trapped or stuck in and just they want to leave and maybe taking steps towards leaving, well, first off, it's well worth it. But also, I would say don't believe that crap of in the JW videos of how they try to portray it. They always on their stupid broadcasting, they'll have experiences of those who were disfellowshipped or left and then later on returned to Jehovah, but it's stupid. It's no. Do you notice how they always make it seem dark and gloomy and their lives were horrible when they left, and or there are stories of ones who how their life was miserable and so sinful and how much better it became when they became Jehovah's Witnesses. No, don't buy all that crap. It's just stupid. And it's not true. And then take it from me as an XJW and many other XJWs, it's not true. It's crap. So, I wanted to share a few things of what I've been up to since leaving as time goes on. Okay. Celebrating the holidays again. This will be the 4th year that I can celebrate such holidays like Christmas. This was the first. This year I actually went out and bought a few Christmas decorations. I didn't buy much, but I bought a little bit. You might see the sign and the snowflakes behind me on my closet and on my wall. There's another thing. I don't know if any of you guys have ever noticed before, but I have crosses again. You weren't allowed to as a witnesses, and now I proudly display a cross, and I have a couple of necklaces that have crosses on them. Another thing, I started playing bingo. Because yes, even as a Jehovah's Witnesses, you were not allowed to play bingo. Because that's gambling. And I don't go overboard. I don't spend tons of money on it, but I do enjoy playing that now. And I buy scratch tickets. I buy once in a while. I still don't play the lottery though. Well, that's just me. But also, I'm just at the beginning. There's a lot of books that I definitely want to read that were forbidden according to Watchtower, and here is one of them. It's a series. It's a book series. I don't know if some of you might be familiar. It's the Left Behind book series. They're like religious kind of. They're about like the rapture and the Great Tribulation and the Antichrist and a group that comes together who still, like faithfully serving God. It like I could see a lot of comparisons to how the witnesses operate, and I've been enjoying the series. I'm in the 8th book, and there's 12 or 13 in total. So, and there's definitely a lot of, and even with movies and TV shows, there's so many that I've gotten into. There's still some that I prefer to stay away from, like the zombie types. like the zombie and vampire types, but I've been able to watch a lot more without having all the guilt that I shouldn't be watching this or that I shouldn't be reading that. Is another thing, way less guilt. About, oh, I shouldn't be doing this, I shouldn't watch that, oh, am I good enough for them? You know, like, oh yeah. And tattoos. Since leaving, I have gotten 7 tattoos total. But I want to make clear to myself and, as everybody else, I'm not planning on getting covered in tattoos. I'm really not. I don't like the look of it, and foremost, but then also tattoos can be pretty pricey depending on where you want them and how big you want them and the amount of detail in them. So you know what, and every idea that I did have, I got it done with 7 tattoos, so I think I'm done with tattoos. And that is something that, growing up and as a witness, I'm like, I was mostly not interested in them. Although, the years I was starting to wake up, I did have the thought once in a while of like, I bet I could get a tattoo if I just put it on my upper thigh, and a skirt or a dress would always be covering it. They would never know I even have one, but I never followed through with that. I think that was like a little bit of rebellion poking through when I was starting to wake up. uh, but it's stupid. I think tattoos shouldn't necessarily be banned. And I just think the last thing, I think the biggest treasure of all, that I have a much better Bible now than their stupid silver swords. I threw all mine away. I cleared a ton of space on my bookshelf when I threw all my Jehovah's Witnesses literature away. So I now have a way better Bible. I have an authorized King James Bible, which I've been reading and enjoying very much. I really enjoy this. I don't find it more difficult to understand with some of the words, like those few word differences. For me, that has not been an issue. I'd recommend getting that Bible translation and getting this Bible. And the bottom line, life after Watchtower is, yes, much happier, way better, and it is well worth it. It is. And that is it for this video. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. I hope you guys have a good week, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.